Hello everyone, this is the Steel Rangers, hiking on the Timberwolf section of e.e.wilson Wildlife Area. After a week and a half of vacation, we're finally ready to get back, and we're gonna do a shortish hike just to visit a very important pear tree that just happens to be right along one of the relatively unknown roads.
We decided to explore one of the roads that was on the map but looked very overgrown, and so far we're not disappointed. In the back there you see a maintenance shop, and right off the main road here, a really old rusted up fire hydrant. A little farther down the road, there are leftovers of concrete slab, and the road is in front of you. We're going to go investigate and see what's there. We got closer to the foundation that we saw from far back, and it's even more interesting up close. It's not solid. There are either windows or some kind of platform under that. We don't know what it is. It's not on the map. So if anybody knows what this might have been so far off the main track, please share. I'm standing on a giant concrete pad. In the back there are shops. They're currently in use. Through the bramble over there are several smaller pads, about 10 by 10. They're perfect squares. And toward the back there is the only remaining smokestack. The lead ranger is standing there just to show the scale of this enormity. At one point there were several of these dotting the landscape. We walked a short distance from one of the workshops. Right here we see a section of a demolished building, and directly to the side of that are two enormous pools. They feel like plastic, so we doubt it's leftovers from World War II. It's just kind of odd that they're sitting here. It's not one of the central roads. It actually cuts across and doesn't even exist in many different maps. But it's one of our favorite places. Right down there are really old concrete culverts, and farther down there are remains of a house. That's where we found the standing chimney. We're going to go see if it's still there. A short distance from the main path, we find this pile of chimneys. The squares look like they were foundations or maybe a parking lot at some point. This is the motor pool section of the Timberwolf division. We're guessing the chimneys were to keep the shops warm and potentially keep the living quarters warm. A year ago, when we found this place for the first time, we spent close to an hour picking up trash, shot things, shotguns, shells, broken glass, and many other things that just didn't belong here. We're happy to report the ruins are untouched. They're sitting nice and healthy, and there is no new litter lurking anywhere around here. I wish the video camera could translate the smell of apples. They're literally permeating the air. And yes, they're as delicious as they look. We're almost at the southern edge of the area, and we found this large concrete slab. Interestingly enough, it doesn't look as damaged or overgrown as the rest. Bees in our trekking through this area. This is where some of them are coming from. Right behind our dinner bench, there is one foundation, and as we went off to graze on some blackberries, we found another one. That's right behind there. You really have to walk over to even see it's there. The size of the foundation is rather small, so it's either a shop or some kind of living quarters. We're now looking at the section that's marked motor pools. Not quite sure what that means, but this looks pretty cool. There was a trail, well traveled, right off the main path, so we have to go find out what's going on here. From what we can see, there are a few leftover ruins, like right behind the middle there in the bushes. And there are some other stumps and foundations. Not much else left behind here. On the map, this place is marked as Division Troops.
It is August 26th. The sun is absolutely blistering, and it just came out super bright now. So after a relatively cold hike that went 3.5 miles for 2 hours, we are back, and with some good news. We have this much trash, not very much. Great job. We got 8 cans, also not very much. Awesome. Thank you for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week for another adventure in #Pliking. We're cutting out the sound here.
Okay. I'll keep a sound for just a little bit where you can hear the crickets. Okay? So I'm gonna stop moving here for a second.